always refuse to talk about myself. I rarely do that, but I can see that there's this agenda to try and push, to try and say, okay, so now let's just get to him using his persona or something like that. It is something I do with a very heavy heart. I have avoided talking about this. Really, really avoided talking about this because I don't think that it should be about me as Thabo Kawana. It should just be about my job. But I've seen that this narrative keeps going. No, he was taken to India. No, he was taken to India. And I want to say something about this, and I want to indicate that I do so with a very heavy heart, with a lot of reluctance, with a lot of resistance in my heart. Right now, my heart and my mind are fighting because my heart says leave it. My mind saying correct it. Number one, you will not accuse me of being part of that lawlessness because at the time it was not fashionable. I left the PF. I differed with people there because of doing the wrong things. Kabaka, Yamushori, thieves, said I can't be part of you. And I left. And I have been on these platforms campaigning for the New Dawn administration, campaigning for the UPND alliance. None of you then told me, but you were a part of. Today, because we tell the truth, you want to turn around and say, but you were a part. I have not been part of. That's why I left. So let's put that matter to bed. This India story, I want to say it once and I will not say it again. I fell ill the very first time that my kidneys collapsed. And I was taken to India to hospital by my friends, led by Alexander Chiteme, who is the former Minister of Planning, who is the one that put in over 80,000 United States dollars of his money to send me into India and put me into hospital. Chiteme, whom I have never heard a single day say anything like, I served it, I was left. No. While I was in India in hospital, President Lungu gave $10,000 to Howard Kunda, former Mchinga member of parliament, and said, contribute to Thabo. And that money was given to me, and I am very grateful that he contributed the $10,000. But I must say that my treatment, both in India and China, cost over $130,000. And that money was raised by Alexander Chiteme. And President Lungu also contributed the $10,000. I will never say this again. It is not correct to suggest that I was taken to India and China by the government or by President Edgar Lungu. It is, however, correct to state that I was taken to hospital in India and China by one Alexander Chiteme. So I want this to be put on record, that even as you insult me and accuse me as an individual to say, no, you are ungrateful, Lungu did this for you, Lungu did that for you, I want it known that this is exactly what transpired. And I'll never talk about this again because I always refuse to talk about myself. It is not in my role. I am a public official. I can't turn a discussion into a personal discussion to start talking about myself. That is not correct. But I am forced today to say these things and review these things so that the record can be set straight. So that those of you who will continue on the path of calling me ungrateful to President Lungu and grateful to the PF government can know this and know the truth. The PF government did not send me to India or China for my medication. President Lungu did not send me to India or China for my medication. Alexander Chiteme did, and President Lungu contributed $10,000, which he gave to Howard Kunda, who sent it to me. And I think on this note,
that was the last question, huh?
Yeah, I think we're done.